What you're about to see is an episode of the Nerdiest Aftershow, which was our Patreon exclusive show back when we did that a couple years ago. And even though we don't have Patreon anymore, we still think the content is good and want to share it with you for free on YouTube. So I hope you enjoy.
Do you want an intro?
Sure. I haven't introed in a while.
Go for it.
I feel a little rusty.
The hell?
That was so funny.
You have my permission to leave that in as the intro.
Hello and welcome to the Nerdiest After Show, the show that takes place after the show where nerds talk about nerdy things. I don't know. We don't really have like a catchphrase
Booyah.
opening for this one yet, but do not worry. Low subscribers, we did not forget about you. I know it's getting very close to the end of the year, and we already put out our last episode, and you might have thought, what, are they not going to do an after show in December? No, we did not forget about you. That's why we're here now.
We right here. We out here.
We don't really have a topic today. I mean, obviously, you'll know that the main topic that we end up talking about is based on the title, but as of right now, I don't know what that is. So
It's off the cuff. It's clean. It's unexpected. You don't know what's gonna happen, and
very
that's,
much
that's
like the first
beauty,
episode.
That's the beauty of the after show. You know, this is where you come for just cold takes. You know, just off the cuff.
Yeah.
Just trying to
No
keep
hot
it.
takes here.
Just-
Only cold takes.
Just trying to keep it 100 for you. You know, just keeping it real. So hey, we're here. The real last episode of the year. Hey,
the real.
you're
last
very
episode of the year.
exclusive for you to be here. So thank you so much for being here. If you're a subscriber or a YouTube membership or a Patreon, whatever your platform you're on, thank you for being here. We really, really appreciate you. You help keep the lights on. So, Mr. Nick Barrett, we just finished Christmas. Give me a little Christmas breakdown. Like tell me, you know, what'd you do? What happened? Who'd you see? What'd you get? What'd you watch? You know, just give me a little Christmas recap.
Well, we didn't do a ton. My grandparents came in from out of town with my cousins, and we kind of hung out with them for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
That was before Christmas, though. And then, like, on Christmas Eve, we went to church because you gotta go to church. Also,
Church
it was
on
a
a Sunday.
candlelight service, so it was pretty fire.
Dude.
Did you see what I did there? So we did that, and then
Anyway.
Christmas. Honestly, I don't know if this was just me, and I don't think it was because I talked to my coworkers about it a little bit today. This year didn't feel like Christmas, and I don't know if that's because it was on a Monday, and maybe it felt weird for us because we had Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday off instead of having like Monday, Tuesday off.
Mm-hmm.
So Christmas felt weird because I knew that I was going to have to go back to work today. Like, because we're recording this on the 26th, so Christmas was yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, I knew all day yesterday that I was going to have to go to bed early, like, at my normal time, get up, go to work the next day. So it kind of was hard to feel like Christmas. It's also like, man, I got a ton of stuff. And I want to build Legos and mess around with all the new camera stuff I got. Like, I don't want to go back to work.
Right. Well,
like,
this
I
is
would
your
have
first,
rather
air
worked
quote,
on Friday.
Real job. This is like your air quote first like real job.
Yeah,
Where
because
you've
even,
like had to do that.
even like working at Publix when I worked there in high school, I just took that whole week off.
Right.
Like,
for
I
real.
never worked after Christmas. Like, I probably worked like the 28th, but I pretty much took off like the 25th to the 30th. Like, I just took that whole week off because I was like, I put in my request first, and, you know, the rest of you gotta suck it. Sorry.
Right.
So, and I mean, most years we were usually going somewhere or we had something to do. Like, one year was my mom's wedding, so obviously I needed time off for that. The year before that, we went somewhere. The year before that, we went somewhere. The year before that, we were going to go somewhere, but then our plans got canceled, and I still had the time off, so I just kind of took it.
So you just kind of had like a Monday at home, but you're like, oh yeah, it's Christmas.
Yeah, like it was just a day off, and then I was like, oh, duh, it's Christmas, and I get to open all these gifts and stuff. But then once the gifts were open and we ate breakfast and stuff, it kind of just felt like a normal day. Like, because we eat together as a family pretty consistently, so it's not like that's the one, like, oh, only on Christmas do we eat together.
Right.
Like, it was just, I don't know. It just didn't feel as Christmassy this year. And I
see,
here's another thing I think might contribute to it.
Okay.
Is we started doing Christmas stuff like mid-October.
Yeah.
So I almost wonder if everyone's like, oh, Christmas, I could do Christmas year round. No, I don't think you can.
Right.
I think that's what makes Christmas so special is that it's confined and consolidated to this like November, December period at the end of the year. And then you spend the rest of the year getting hyped for it and looking forward to it when you get to that.
See, that's the kind of thing that's what I was going to say is like, I really start thinking about Christmas like November 1st, which, you know, there's a big debate over like December 1st, November 1st, after Thanksgiving, like whatever. November 1st is my soft launch. So I'll like start getting like some gifts. I'll start like buying stuff and picking stuff out and listen to some music, no movies yet. And then December starts and you can do movies and like full music and all this. And I think, and this is crazy coming from me because I love Christmas, truly. I think like starting so early, I have felt this too, is like by the time Christmas Day comes around, I'm just ready to be done. Like I'm kind of exhausted. And so I felt that in a sense. Christmas, this was a super weird month for my family because like people in our family graduated and like my sister got married like 2 days before Christmas. And so we had to like prep everything early and then do her whole wedding and then come back and instantly do Christmas. And I also was like working all day Christmas Eve and like all this stuff. And so like, I think Christmas Day, when it was time to just sit down and like do the normal Christmas stuff, I was super thankful that we got to just sit down and do it. But I was also like so tired. Like I was just generally exhausted from the month prior. But I'm also getting ready to go to Disney. So there's like, I get like a little break and then we go back. And then right when I get back from Disney, we're back to school. And so it's like, Lord have mercy. Like I don't get to sit down for a second. And it's all really great stuff, but I had a good Christmas. I also had some touches of that like, oh, like Christmas Day is great, but it really is just a Monday, like, you know. And so yeah. I don't know, the full season is my favorite, but also by the time Christmas Day comes, because I go at it so hard for like 2 months, by the time it comes, I'm like, okay, this is good. Like I'm okay. Like this is good. So now that it's the 26th, I'm like still in that kind of Christmas mode. And like, you know, my alarm was Christmas music this morning because it was automatically set from times before. And like Christmas lo-fi is on and this and that. And like all the decorations are still up and they'll probably be up until January. But I'm very much like, I've come down from the high and I'm very ready to go back to normal life at this point. So, but I did get some really great stuff. I got a lot of really good clothes, which is something I didn't realize I needed so badly. And I think as you become an adult, your Christmas gifts just become more practical. And I'm so not mad at all. Because as a kid, you're very much like, I want this Lego set. I want this action figure. I want this like Wii game. I want this, like, that's just my childhood. But like when you become an adult, I really do just want to not pay $20 for socks. Right. Like give me socks. No, I'm the
exact same way. I needed new socks so bad. Like all of my normal black socks that aren't like Parks and Rec or Friends or anime, like my not graphic design socks all had holes in them, and I needed new socks so bad.
Right.
But it was like December, and I was out of socks, and I was like, I could just wait, and I could just put it on my Christmas list. And I was like, I don't know, man. So as a kid, you're like, I want the Legos, and I want the video games. And now I'm like, no, please buy me a ton of socks. I will buy the video games for myself.
Right.
I don't want to buy socks.
Well,
like I'm not doing it.
It's bad, and it's so funny because I never buy clothes for myself. Like I almost never see clothes in the store and think that would look really good on me. Like I should buy that. It's always like, like my mom will see a sweater at Kohl's and is like, he would look really good in that. And she's right. And she's right. Yeah. I just wouldn't think to, because it's like a $40 sweater that I'm not just going to like buy on a random Friday and be like, yeah, let me just drop $40 on this sweater. No, I'm going to Goodwill and I'm getting this shirt that says Star Wars and it has a weird stain and a hole in the armpit, but it's 99 cents and I'm going to wear it. So it's just kind of like, it's like my one day a year to get like actually like nice clothes.
And what's so interesting,
really okay with it,
is eventually that task will fall to both of our wives, because that's just who ends up shopping for you. Like the amount of stuff, like the level of trust my stepdad has with my mom in his closet is insane. Like she'll go buy him a ton of clothes and say, hey, I just got all this stuff for you at the store. And he's like, oh, that's awesome. That's sick. I love that shirt. And doesn't say anything. Like, he'll just wear whatever she buys. And I'm like, that's the level of trust I want to have. Right. Where my future wife can go out to, like, box lunch and be, oh, he loved this anime shirt. Or even, like, go to Old Navy and be like, oh, this sweater would look really nice on him. Or, oh, he needs new jeans. I know exactly what size to get him. Like, I don't know.
Right.
That's just, it's something that you don't think about until it happens.
It's so funny. My dad does the same thing. Like, he never buys his own clothes. Not that he's incapable of. He just,
right.
I think men have this, like, weird mentality. And I've had this conversation with Amy a lot recently where she's like, why are you wearing that shirt? And I'm like, because it's a good shirt.
Because it fits.
And she's like, it has a hole in it. And I was like, and it's a good shirt, like what? And so like the standard is different, I guess. And so like I don't think, like, my dad wears shirts that he's worn since I was 10 years old. Like he just wears it, and it's like it drives my mom crazy. And like, I don't know, if I spilled coffee on my pants, like right before going to my grandparents' house for Christmas Eve, I spilled coffee on my pants. And I was like, oh no. And then I just went. Like, I didn't change. But, like, if my mom did that, it would have been a full outfit, like, change.
Right, like, head to toe, got to change everything.
Right, we're taking a shower. Like,
including
we're, like,
things that were not affected by the coffee
absolutely.
At all.
Like, new socks. Like, we're taking a shower. And I don't know. It's just a weird thing that, like, isn't all men, because I know some dudes that are like that. But I'm very much just like, dude, if I'm covered, I don't care what I'm wearing.
Yeah, here's the thing, is, like, men in general, I think they just don't care.
No,
like,
we don't.
Because I had a shirt in my closet that I finally got rid of, and people have been telling me to get rid of. No, that shirt, dude. That shirt has 2 massive holes in the armpit that have just turned into, like, they go all the way down the side, and I'm like, still works though. Like, I'm not gonna get rid of this shirt until the end, like the very bottom is ripped and it just opens. At that point, I'll be like, okay, I'll get rid of it.
Like, if you need a good sleep shirt, like,
that's all it is. It's a sleep shirt.
Like, who cares?
I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
So I had this one shirt in my closet that Megan got me last year for Christmas. It was a Christmas gift. It was a shirt of her college, but it was the most comfortable shirt I've ever worn in my entire life. And I mean that. And I didn't get rid of it until last weekend. Because it's the most comfortable shirt I've ever worn. So every time I wear it, like, I wore it to counseling one day, and my counselor was like, didn't she get you that shirt? You should get rid of it. And I was like... but it's really comfy, though.
Comfortable. Can I, like, tie-dye it and then keep wearing it?
I was like, I don't know. Can I just, like, peel the letters off the front? It's really
what
comfy.
You got to do, you got to check the tag and then order, like, a plain one from the website. Like, if it's like if it's a Comfort Colors shirt, Comfort Colors is hands down the best clothing brand in America, and I will die on that hill. Dang. Yeah, so I really just got a lot of clothes.
This also extends to my stocking was filled with, like, toothpaste, mouthwash, deodorant, and I got 2 different brands of deodorant, and my mom was like, is that okay? And I was like, oh, you could have put women's deodorant in here and I would have used it, because it meant that I don't have to buy deodorant. Okay. Like, I genuinely don't care. because it means I don't have to pay for it.
It's so funny because we were at my sister's wedding this week, and the venue was only like an hour away. And I dug through my entire backpack, and I was convinced I'd forgotten my toiletry bag, like at home. And I would have put money that I put it in there. And I was like, it's gone. Like, I don't know where it is. I just found it in my backpack today, and I'm really mad. But we were at the wedding, and I couldn't find it. And I was like, well, I can borrow body wash and like conditioner and whatever from other people. That's fine. But I can't borrow someone's toothbrush. Like, that's disgusting. And so I literally put toothpaste on my finger and just brushed my teeth with my finger like an infant. And I don't care. Like,
it doesn't matter. It got your teeth clean.
What also was really funny is I had like a really tiny cut on my pointer finger from putting Christmas gifts together. I was getting a picture frame out, and the glass like just very cleanly cut like the very front of my finger, and it hurt really bad. And so like I couldn't do the toothpaste on that one. So I just went to my next finger. So I was just in the mirror like flipping myself off with my middle finger like in my mouth. And like I was like, if someone walks in on this, like it's going to be something else. Like,
That's so funny.
This is compromising. And then I found the bag with my toothbrush in it today, and I'm so mad because it was there the whole time. I just couldn't find it. Gosh.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. So I got that. I got a lot of food for Christmas, like just a lot of candy. I'll show you here. I got a candy dispenser if you're watching the video. And so there's like
so
nuts
not
on
good
one
for
side,
you.
and there's M&Ms on this side. Dude, this is dangerous. This is so dangerous.
That's so not good for you.
It's really bad because I've been eating M&Ms like all day.
You should eat the peanuts.
I eat the peanuts too.
But you should eat those first.
Well, you see, what I'm probably going to end up doing is like filling it with healthier snacks. But man, every once in a while, a bag of M&Ms is going in there, and they're going down. But yeah, my family is convinced that the gift you give someone is a message to them. So like, my Uncle Craig got like deodorant like you, and he's like, "What are you trying to say?" He's like, what do you mean by this? Huh? It was really funny because my mom gave a gift to my aunt, and it was just like hair ties, like very simple gift, like women's gift that everyone does.
Yeah.
And she opened it and was like, oh my gosh, why do they smell so bad? And she was like, they're just hair ties. Like, why do they smell so bad? And my mom smelled it and was like, oh my gosh, you're right. So we're all going around smelling these hair ties. They smelled like vomit. Like, it was awful. And we deducted that the bag was from Target. It was made of recycled paper. And it was the bag that smelled so bad.
Oh.
And we had like 3 of them throughout the night from that specific bag from Target.
Ew.
And they all smelled like atrocious. And that was the joke for like the whole rest of Christmas, was like we'd all smell our gifts before opening them. Should be like, all right, just to be sure. That was essentially the most eventful thing that happened on Christmas for me, was our bag smelled like vomit.
That's crazy.
It's kind of crazy. Other than that, I watched all the Christmas movies I wanted to this year, and I'm very proud of myself because I watched Christmas with the Cranks, The Family Stone, Die Hard, Home Alone, The Holdovers, Candy Cane Lane, Snow Day, Christmas Vacation, The Grinch Who Stole Christmas, The Grinch, and Spirited. And Elf. So, and, okay. I did watch The Polar Express.
Okay.
With an asterisk, because I fell asleep 30 minutes in. And so I saw up until like the train started like Tokyo drifting on ice, and then I woke up and it was over, and like Josh Groban was singing, and I was like, what happened?
What happened?
So it's kind of a sleepy movie though. Like, I don't know. It's very like dreamy and like out there. So I also have been working like 9 hours that day. So
I feel like you're justified at that point. The Christmas movies I watched was The Polar Express and Adam Sandler's 8 Crazy Nights, which was a movie that I watched.
What was that on?
YouTube for free. It's also on Hulu, but it was on YouTube for free. And I was like, oh, because I'd seen a couple memes from it. Mainly the biggest meme being people memeing the poster where he's throwing the ball.
Throwing the snowball.
And it's got the text on it. And like I've seen people Photoshop Freddy Fazbear on it, and it's like Freddy Fazbear's 5 Crazy Nights or whatever. So like I watched it for the meme. And it was an Adam Sandler movie because he plays himself going after a middle-aged white woman with emotional baggage. Tell me that is not every single Adam Sandler movie ever. Like, okay. Maybe with the exception of Waterboy, I don't know.
Can you explain?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Can you explain this Letterboxd review for this movie to me? It says, "No," Adam Sandler cried to the sobbing animators. "The deer crapping scene must be in the movie." What is that referring to?
So the joke is the mayor of the town at like this event tells a joke and everyone starts having like a really over the top reaction and the deer start laughing and then they're laughing so hard they just start pooping everywhere. Like, it was so unnecessary. There was so much stuff in that movie. Like, if it wasn't an Adam Sandler movie, the premise would actually be really... Like, it would be a top-tier Christmas movie if Adam Sandler had nothing to do with it. Because it's about this guy who was a really, like, great kid, but then his parents died, so he became really shut off and jaded and just became a terrible person who's drunk all the time and gets into trouble. And then there's this older guy who's like, hey, he's not all bad. I think I can, like, you know, I can fix him. I can help reform him. And then he, like, kind of has a change of heart halfway through, but then the old guy starts talking about how his parents died and he gets really upset and is in character rude, but also it felt like we need another 45 minutes out of the movie, so maybe don't.
You know?
So if it wasn't Adam Sandler, it would have a really good premise. And of course he comes around at the end and gets the girl and like it what also made it weird is usually when Adam Sandler goes after middle-aged white women with emotional baggage, they don't have kids. The woman he goes after in this movie has a son. And, like, she had gotten divorced recently. So it was, like, super weird because he was bonding with the kid so that he could sleep with his mom or whatever. Like, it was just weird.
Well, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember what it's called. In the movie Blended, the chick has kids. In Bedtime Stories, I'm pretty sure the chick has kids, but I can't remember if they're his kids or not. I haven't seen that movie in forever.
I don't know. When I say Adam Sandler movies, I'm usually thinking of like 50 First Dates, Waterboy, The Wedding Crasher. No, Wedding Singer. That's what it is. What's the one where he plays golf?
Oh, Happy Gilmore.
Happy Gilmore. What's the one where he goes back to middle school?
Billy Madison.
Billy Madison. Yeah, all of those movies. Are the exact same.
You know what's so weird is like Adam Sandler has like tried to have like a third act in his career where he does movies like, you know, he did Hustle last year. He did Uncut Gems. He's doing like these super like dramatic roles that he
did that murder mystery with Jennifer Aniston this year.
Yeah, but that was still in his realm though. Like that was a comedy. And so it's like he keeps trying, like he tries to have this like third act in his career where he does these super like dramatic gritty roles, but then goes and still does movies like he did The Week Of with Chris Rock, which is like, you know, he did the Leo movie for Netflix, which apparently like broke a ton of records.
Apparently it's good. I had a coworker who watched it and he was like, it was okay. I was like,
Well, I think like any opportunity that news sources get to say that Disney isn't doing well, they'll take it.
Yeah.
And they're like,
so
"Oh
true.
my gosh, Leo, the Adam Sandler animated Netflix movie, debuted better than Wish." And I'm like, "Well, it's cuz it's a mindless Netflix animated movie that you can turn on for a 3-year-old. Like that's not comparable to like theater." I don't know. I thought it was stupid.
Someone made a point on Twitter. They were like, Aquaman The Last Kingdom is bombing harder than the Marvels, but nobody's talking about it. And I'm like, yeah, that's because nobody cares. It's not. It's not about the movie. It's about the company putting out the movie.
Yeah.
Like,
it's not fun to compare box offices anymore.
Although, to be fair,
like,
did you hear Warner Bros. Has a 60% chance of going bankrupt?
I did see that. But then
that
he
is
refused.
Awfully high.
Yeah, 60% chance of bankruptcy, but then refused to merge with Paramount.
No. No.
Oh no,
Paramount
which
refused to comment. Like they didn't refuse to merge. They refused to have the conversation at all. Because they're like, first of all, and most importantly, we're inheriting a lot of debt from you that we don't need.
Yeah.
So, no. Also, maybe don't do another merger. Just a thought.
Yeah.
Maybe
actually.
Warner Bros. Hey, Warner Bros. If anybody from the Warner Bros. board is listening to this, maybe your CEO is the problem. And you need to get a new CEO.
Shoot, dude.
Just a thought. Maybe that's the problem.
I feel like when these like big media companies like start to go downhill, the first thought is, all right, who's going to buy them out?
Right.
When it's like, no, our thought should be, who should we shift in power to try to redeem them?
Right.
Like Warner Brothers isn't all gone. Like you could still go save Warner Brothers.
Exactly. Warner Bros. Is nowhere. Like they also have some of the most popular IPs in the history of the world, bar Disney. Like
especially in their animation side.
Right. So there's still something to save. You just need to get a better. You need to get better leadership in there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's not going to work.
Because I'm not anti Warner Brothers at all. I really like a lot of I like their characters and their IPs, but it's more of like the DC stuff that I'm like, what are you doing? Like Zack Snyder can't save you. Like, I'm sorry.
I think if Warner Bros. Does end up getting bought out, I think it's going to be from someone like Amazon, not necessarily another media company.
No.
Because at this point, the people, like, think about the biggest American companies. It's Microsoft, Amazon, Disney, and Apple. Are like the biggest ones in the U.S. Disney cannot buy Warner Bros. That deal would never go through, even if they could afford it. That deal, like that, would be owning too much. Like even Fox was pushing it a little bit.
Right.
So it can't be Disney. Microsoft just spent $70 billion on Activision Blizzard. They're not going to spend money on Warner Bros. So that leaves you with Amazon or Apple. And I think Apple is playing the long game because it seems like Apple really wants to buy Disney for some unknown reason. And it feels like, and this could be an episode for a whole main episode, is it feels like Bob Iger is almost intentionally tanking Disney to devalue it so that Apple can afford it. Or he can break up the company and say, okay, this company gets the parks, this company gets the animation, this company gets the live action, like this company gets Disney Plus, like, and just kind of sell it off as you go. So that leaves Amazon being the only person who could afford Warner Bros. But even then, Amazon's not doing too hot either because they keep laying people off because they can't afford to keep them on, which is so weird to me. That a company like Amazon can't afford that. I bought all my Christmas gifts from Amazon.
Right.
And I know there are people who don't shop in person at all. They buy everything on Amazon. So I'm like, you can't tell me Amazon's not making money. Like,
right. Like you can't say that because that's definitely a greed thing. And that's kind of like on the point of Bob Iger, like, you know, it all comes down to Bob's intention,
right?
Because it would very much be more profitable for him on his own personal selfish agenda to devalue the company and then sell out.
Right.
So if he sells everything while he's CEO, he makes a ton of that profit. You just might screw Disney
exactly,
forever.
Which it would. I can't even think of a world where Disney's not their own company.
Right.
Like that seems so foreign to me that after 100 years now you're like, well, we're gonna throw in the towel and be something else. So right. I don't know. 2024 is gonna be an interesting year, especially for Warner Bros.
I think Amazon is a good guess though, because they have been expanding their Prime Video library like a lot, and so they've gotten like the new channels thing, and like you can sign up for different channels, and they're trying to like condense it to one thing, and they have a deal with Freevee, which was really, really shady until Amazon bought them, and you're like, oh, it's free. I don't know. That's a whole another conversation. They're announcing a new payment tier for Prime Video next year, and it's to compete with the Peacock tier, where it's like $3 a month with ads.
Is that what that was? I thought that was they're adding it to the normal plan, and you can pay an extra $3 to not have ads.
That's how I misread it.
I'm gonna double check.
Double check that for a second, because I was under the impression that it was they're adding a new tier where you can get just Prime Video for $3 a month, not connected to your Amazon Prime.
Okay. So Prime Video will launch ads on January 29th. A new ad-free option will cost an additional $3 a month.
Oh, that sucks. This is stupid.
Yeah, it is stupid.
So streaming.
Good thing I don't use Prime Video that much.
I recently rewatched the video we did on YouTube a while ago that was like Disney DVDs are ending. And I was just like, this is like just become more relevant over time, because the whole video is just like, streaming sucks. Like, this is not good.
Yeah. And did you hear? This is tangentially related, and we may not get to our last thing we were going to talk about. We'll see.
That's okay. That's okay.
Did you hear that Sony apparently cut a bunch of people's digital library just entirely? Like, of movies and shows that they had purchased, Sony just gone. No refund.
Why? Just copyright?
No, I don't know. They just got rid of it.
That's bonkers.
And then they started doing something where they were just shutting down people's accounts, and they were losing all of their digital games. And like, everyone's up in arms about this, and all the physical media people are like, yeah, this is what we told you was gonna happen if you went all digital. Like, because any company at any point in time can say, you don't need your digital library anymore. Gone.
Bye.
Or you arbitrarily violated our rules because we don't like what you said on voice chat. All your digital games, gone. And they don't have to compensate you for that because it's in their terms of service that you agree to that you don't read. So it's kind of like, I think there's going to be a physical revolution at some point where people do get really sick of the risk of everything going away. And I think that is why the Switch has so many physical sales, because that's the difference between the Switch and like Xbox and PlayStation is Xbox and PlayStation, you stick your disc in and then you wait like 2 hours because it's got to download 90% of the game off the cloud. So it's a mostly digital game anyway. You just have a disc that tells your Xbox that you can that you paid for the game instead of getting it off the store.
Where in the cloud to pull it from.
Whereas Nintendo, you take that cartridge for Tears of the Kingdom, you pop it in, you press play. Everything is on that cartridge that you just put in your Switch. And that's why I like it so much, is because I don't have to sit and wait for 2 hours. That was so frustrating. Like, when I first got my Xbox and I got Battlefront for Christmas, I was so excited to play it. But then I had to wait like 5 hours for the rest of the game to download. And I'm like, I don't want that. I want to play it now.
Yeah. Now, it depends on the size of the game, too. Like, we got Hogwarts Legacy for Christmas, and, like, we, like, put it into our, like, old family Switch, like the original Switch from years ago. And it took, like, 20 minutes to download. But I'm also, like, Hogwarts Legacy is a ginormous game on a console that's like, what, 6-7 years old at this point?
You got Hogwarts Legacy on Switch?
Yeah.
Why?
See, performance-wise, Hogwarts Legacy on the Switch is about the same. It just has the graphics of an Xbox 360 game. which, like, if you can make your peace with that, which I usually can, it's kind of whatever.
Okay. No. That's like a playing Fortnite on Switch type situation. That's like you should have got it on Xbox.
Right. But if you don't have, like, I don't know. We have a really nice Xbox at my house. I don't know why they didn't get it on Xbox.
Yeah, why would you not get it on Xbox One? It's probably cheaper on Xbox anyway.
I just live here. I can't be here to advise.
I just live here.
I can't be here to advise my parents on every gift they give everyone, you know, as much as she wants me to. But like
it is what it is.
I got Mario Wonder and I got it physically, and I instinctually put it in my Switch this afternoon, not even with the intention of playing, just so that it was downloaded. And I was really shocked because it took like 3 minutes.
Did you redeem your gold points for it?
Oh my gosh, I need to do that. That's so real. Hold on.
That's exactly what I do. Anytime I get a new Switch game, even if I'm not going to play it, I pop it in. I redeem the gold points for it because they expire after a year for some reason, which is so stupid.
That is stupid.
Because if I buy a new copy of Breath of the Wild right now, I don't get the gold points for it because it's over a year old. I'm like, that's stupid. I bought a brand new copy. Used copies I get. But old, like new ones, I don't understand. But
right, like if I buy a new game, it's new to me.
I pop it in. I also open it up, at least so that my profile recognizes that I'm playing it, because Nintendo has this stupid, like, first played 10 days ago before it'll actually start showing you your time. So even though I'm not going to get back to those games for, like, 2 or 3 months, I've already started the countdown. So when I do start playing, I can actually see how long I've been playing while I'm playing. Which was the weird thing with Tears of the Kingdom, is, like, I had to ask people... Because if you go to, like, trending now, what your friends have been playing, you can see how much other people have been playing, but not yourself that first 10-day window. So I had to keep asking people to go into my account from theirs to see how long I've been playing.
Which is so... It's like, why are you gatekeeping this from me? Like, you obviously have the information.
You obviously know. The other way I could do it was to sort all of my games by playtime. And then I could look at, like, oh, I played Persona 5 for 145 hours, and here's where Tears of the Kingdom is at. So, like, I can kind of guesstimate where it's at.
Like, guessing the median of the hour. That's really stupid.
It's so dumb.
I got that, and then I also got, people gave me eShop gift cards, which I was really thankful for. I think that's a great gift. And I ended up with, like, $85 of eShop gift cards, which is great. And I'm considering, I'm probably going to get at least one Jackbox Party Pack, because I haven't had a new one in a long time, and we play that all the time. And Jackbox games are a really good thing to get on the eShop because they don't sell them physically. So, like, if you have an eShop gift card... What?
Where else are you going to get them then?
Well, you know, you get...
Like, you said it's best to buy them on the eShop. As if there was an alternative to go buy it physically.
No, right. I'm saying, like, since I have eShop gift cards, I may as well get something that's only on the eShop. Because usually I would buy something physically.
I see.
I'm also considering the Skywalker Saga for Lego is on sale right now.
No.
I want it to be good.
It's not a bad game. It looks awful on Switch though. As someone who has it on Switch, it runs horribly. And you spend so much time loading. I wish I got it on Xbox.
See, I have it on Xbox, and I bought it forever ago on Xbox, and I have no progress in it past the 6th movie. Because I can only play it when I'm home, because I don't have an Xbox at school. And I'm just like,
I wouldn't spend the money on the Switch version. If you want to play it on Switch that bad, I will let you borrow it next time I see you, because I genuinely don't touch it.
Okay.
So like,
that's a good word.
Also, hey, listen, Switch 2's coming next year, and they got all these like banger games coming, so you might want to just save for that.
Okay. I was talking to my family last night on Christmas, and I had to explain the console wars to my granddad, and he was like, well, what's like the biggest console right now? And I was like, well, that's a really loaded question, because the Switch is killing it in sales because they can sell multiple per household. But that's also not to say that the PS5 isn't also huge. There's just different demographics that buy them.
Any way you slice it, the Switch is the biggest console right now. Well,
right.
Not right now, because what's happened is they've hit market saturation.
Mm-hmm.
And even the president of Nintendo has said, yeah, we're really trying to sell people on their second, third, and fourth Switch.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have a Switch, it's because you don't want a Switch. Because it's been out for that long. So now, like for a long time, and this was especially boosted by COVID, the Switch was number one by a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And it's still pretty high up there. Like it and the PS5 go back and forth for the number one selling console of the month. But the PS5 is starting to take over because PlayStation's finally starting to put exclusive games on the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
So all of the PS4 people feel like they need to move over, which is so weird because we're 3 years into the PS4. It took way too long for that.
For the PS5. Yeah.
But also the Switch is starting to lose that momentum. So now everyone's like, Switch 2, gotta be coming next year.
Like, my uncle asked, he said, how many Switches are there? And I was like, well, there's 3. Like, you could get the Lite, the Standard, or the OLED.
But then when you factor in the different versions of each one.
Right. And I was like,
lot.
if you don't have a Switch and you want one, spring for the OLED because it is worth it. But if you just have a normal one and you really only play docked, then it's kind of between you and your wallet if you want to upgrade. But
right,
I see
like if you want to spend that extra
upgrade.
$50.
Right. I feel like it's worth the $50 because I see a speed upgrade between the two.
There is, like,
and so,
it's not noticeable at all, but there is a little bit of a bump. It's not like anything crazy, but it is like my battery lasts just a little bit longer. Or my game loads just a teeny bit faster.
You know, and I think that Ethernet has a big thing to do with that too. Like if you have, like the Switch, a lot of the stuff depends on the game, but a lot of it also depends on like how solid is your internet.
You remember that was the big selling point of the OLED?
Internet,
Was that they put an Ethernet port in the dock?
I think
they were like, but this is the thing.
But the Ethernet. Out of spite, when they announced that, my dad ordered a USB to Ethernet adapter and like hardlined our standard Switch in my house. And it was really
so
funny. And it worked. Like it recognized it. He was like, bro, they had the software in here to do this. They just didn't have the hardware.
See, you know what else they had the software for but just didn't turn on until like 6 years in? Bluetooth.
Bluetooth. Yeah.
They had Bluetooth since day one because that's how the Pro controllers connect to the Switch.
Yeah.
They just didn't have it turned on for headsets. It was a choice to not have it on.
Yeah. This is so funny. Like they were really like, guys, we need to be able to update this like 6 years later. So like just start cutting stuff out.
Did you also know that themes were planned for the Switch since day one? They weren't like game specific, but they were like gradient blue, gradient pink, gradient yellow. Like there were colors aside from light and dark, which is why there's a section that says themes. And it feels weird because it's just light and dark.
Mm-hmm.
But there was supposed to be more. The eShop was also supposed to have music. And if you really search for it, I can send you a short. I made a video about it. There's a clip where somebody found the music from an old software version and pulled the music out. And it's actually kind of cool. So it's like they wanted to do all this stuff with the Switch, and then they just didn't.
That makes no sense to me.
Maybe
because the eShop,
go ahead,
not having a theme is such an L because we still talk about the Wii Shop theme.
Yep.
I don't know why. It just makes no sense because I'm of the opinion of like if you have the content, then put it out.
I think it
why not?
I think it came down to the Switch couldn't handle it because like the eShop already runs like doo-doo crap. Anyway,
that's true.
Do you know why? Why? I just got all the facts today. So the eShop is not.
Tell me why? Because it was so freaking slow today when I was looking at it, and
it's
it made
a
me
website.
so mad.
It's not.
Huh?
It's not an app on your Switch. It's that icon is connecting you to an internet browser. So it is solely dependent on the health of that site, not something that is natively downloaded like it was on the Wii or the 3DS or the Wii U, where it's an actual physical shop. They're connecting you to an online thing. That's why the little red like NSO icon, that's why that runs so bad, because it's also connecting you to an online browser. So they can connect us that way, but they won't give us a browser app. That makes no sense.
I don't understand. You know, they're just doing all kinds of stuff at this point that I'm like, you know, I still really like your consoles, but you got to get it together, guys.
Speaking of consoles, this may end very poorly. Or not end, but age very poorly. Rumor has it, Switch 2 is coming next year, which I fully believe, because the rumors and leaks that I've heard come from people who would actually, come from people in manufacturing who would know, hey, we're ramping up production of this thing, and based on when we ramp up production, here's an estimated time of when those things would be on shelves for you to buy, because we're increasing production. But the hot rumor is they're dropping like a big presentation in January to unveil the new thing, and then it comes out March or April. Like, it's a really quick turnaround time.
That's really quick.
Which, honestly, I'd be okay with. Like,
I'm more than okay with that. I really don't like this whole announce it in November.
And then you wait until the following November.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, don't even tell me. Like,
could you imagine? Because here's what happened. It's actually so smart. And we'll like wrap up here because we've hit our 45 minutes. It's so smart because if you announce it in January and open pre-orders for a console that comes out in March or April, you can immediately farm off of all of the initial hype and not have to remind people later, hey, you should pre-order this thing because it's coming out. You can be like, hey, here's our thing. It's dropping end of April with this really cool game. Boom. Go ahead and pre-order it.
Go buy it.
And then that's their hook, which everyone's like, it's also, if you look at their slate of upcoming games, they haven't really announced anything.
Yeah.
Like, they've got stuff up until March, and it feels, and this was the consensus after the September Direct, is it felt like they have stuff, but they're intentionally not showing it because it's for the new thing. Yeah. So now you're like, oh, well, maybe. Which, the Switch 2 is not currently in my budget for next year.
No, me neither.
But if they announce it, it'll find its way into the budget.
It'll find its way.
Like, I'll be an early adopter, especially if it's backwards compatible and I can just play all my Switch games. I don't have to worry about, like, because they say you should wait to buy a console until there are games you want to play, which totally makes sense. I wouldn't buy a PlayStation if I didn't have games to play. So that makes sense. But
that makes sense.
Wow.
Hey, there you go. Well, that was a long-winded rant I didn't expect to get to.
I know. This is what happens when we just let it go by the rails.
We somehow got to Nintendo Switch console predictions from Adam Sandler. And so I really don't know where that... I need a flow chart of that conversation.
I don't really know what to title this episode. I'll probably go with something Christmas related.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out tomorrow when I'm putting this together. Sorry this came out a day late.
Sorry it came out late, but we really appreciate you listening. Thank you so much for being a paid subscriber of the Nerdiest Podcast. We are eternally grateful for your love and support. If you have any notes, anything you want to hear from this show, shoot a DM and email a comment on Patreon or YouTube, whatever you want. We'd love to hear your feedback because this show is for you. So if there's something specific you want to hear, let us know and we'd love to talk about it. So again, thank you very much. We will see you next year. And until then, bye.